Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today I'm talking about intuitive machines, ticker LUNR on the Nasdaq, a high beta play on the new space economy and the lunar infrastructure. Intuitive Machines is a diversified space company focused on missions to the moon and on building the infrastructure that can support both robotic and eventually human exploration of the moon, Mars, and beyond. The company operates across three core pillars: lunar delivery services, data relay and communications from the lunar surface, the space infrastructure as a service, targeting both government agencies like NASA and the commercial customers. Okay, this is the introduction of this company. Let's talk about the fundamental. On the fundamental side, this is essentially a leverage bet on the growth of the cislunar economy. Management recently guided 2026 revenue into roughly a 900 million to 1 billion US dollar range, indicating a very steep ramp as the company begins to convert its contract backlog into actual sales. Let's take a look at this news. Well, we can see the headline: LUNR Intuitive Machines expects 2026 revenue range $900 million to $1 billion. Alright. So street analysis remains generally constructive, mainly lists the stock as a buy with 1 year target prices clustering in the mid-20s to mid-30s, even as they acknowledge high uncertainty and execution risk. At the same time, some intrinsic value models see the name as trading well above their base case fair value, which underlies how much future growth is already discounted into the price. So the bull case is that Intuitive Machines successfully execute upcoming missions, growth is recurring service revenue, and becomes a key infrastructure provider to NASA's and the commercial partners, turning today's negative profitability into operating leverage over the next few years. Well, we can see that an institution called Raw Capital just raised the firm's price target to $50 from $35. Yeah, it is a potential space for the stock goes higher. The reason is that the company reported impressive combined results and the backlog while also announcing an additional ground station acquisition. The analyst tells investors in the research note. Okay, last but not the least, let's take a look at its chart. Well, we can see that the Intuitive Machines chart on TradingView. From a technical perspective, LUNR has been extremely volatile but is currently in a strong uptrend, with the stock recently putting in a multi-year high and posting triple-digit percentage gains year to date. Momentum. Let's take a look at this momentum. Its momentum has attracted significant retail interest, with the message volume and social chatter around the name spiking and the sentiment screens flashing extremely bullish. Well, recent price action has also been supported by positive catalysts, including multiple brokers raising their price target and implying double-digit percentage upside from recent closes. Technically, after such a sharp move, the stock tends to consolidate in ranges. Traders should expect wide range and potential gap downs on news and the possibility of sharp correction back toward prior breakout zones. Well, we can see from this chart that the price action just told us that it is it has a strong uptrend, right? And it is a very bullish pattern that it is a cup cuddle pattern. Let's take a look at trading view. Here we go. I can show you here. I can see that. I can write a cup here. The cup cuddle is just like that here. It's a cup, right? And here is a cuddle. It's a cuddle. We hold the cup. And here is a bullish pattern. Then upward trend. It is already an upward trend, right? And maybe go higher. Okay, let's back to the picture. Alright, putting this together, my base case view is that if the company continues to execute on its mission schedule and the broader space, stock sentiment remains constructive. LUNR could trade in a medium-term range of roughly the middle of 20s on the downside and to the middle of 40s or low of 50s on the upside over the next 6 to 12 months. The range reflects current street targets, recent price action near the middle of 30, and the possibility that strong news flow could briefly push the stock above consensus fair value estimate. Well, so for investors with a higher risk tolerance, I think LUNR can be considered as a satellite position rather than a core holding. Sized appropriately within a diversified portfolio given its volatility and the binary event risk around missions and contract. However, there are several key risks you need to be aware of. First, this is an early stage, right? It is a very brand new sector. Unprofitable space company. Execution risk on missions is high. Contracts can be delayed or cancelled, and any technical failure could lead to sharp sell-offs. Secondly, the valuation already embedded very optimistic growth assumptions. Some independent models flag the stock as significantly overvalued versus their estimate of intrinsic value, meaning there is substantial downside if growth disappoints or risk appetite fades. And there are some. How to say? There are some. Here's the risk, the key risk we need to be aware of. So please do your own research. Consider your personal financial situation and the risk tolerance. If necessary, you just click a like and leave your comment. We can talk about it one-on-one. All right? Okay. That's all. Thank you. See you next time.